What's happening, guys? It's your girl Mina. Welcome back to my channel. You already know what it is. First and foremost, big up to everybody locked in. I was gonna say, I always start the streams in the same way. I was gonna say I hope you're having a wonderful day, hope you're having a wonderful Saturday, but I'm pretty sure that is not the case. First and foremost, I am absolutely exhausted. I've just had a long day, early start to my day, so much caffeine, watching the game with at my mom's house, and I left her halfway through the game to come to my HQ because I was fuming. I honestly, guys, I'm done with this season. And you know what? I sound like a broken record because I feel like I'm saying this all the time, but United should have easily, and no one can tell me United should not have been better off. United should not have been better off in the first 20 minutes. And we're going to go through the stats because statistically, I know I don't like to dwell on stats too much, but statistically, Burnley put on a show. Statistically, they are a team fighting for something. United are a team fighting for nothing. I know that sounds harsh, but that is the true reality of it. United are fighting for nothing because when your manager comes out in a pre-game press conference and says, when everyone is available, we're competing for top 4 at best, says that United can't be title contenders next year. We can come close to maybe second if we make a good transfer window. He's saying the players I got right now, they ain't shit. And what do you think you're going to get out of your players when that is the topic of discussion before a game before a ball is even kicked? And you lot might say, yeah, he's telling the truth. I don't doubt he could possibly be telling the truth. But I don't think that's the kind of thing that you say before the season's even started. I mean, this season hasn't even ended. This season hasn't even ended, and you've already written off next season before players have even left, before players have even come in, before anything has happened in terms of a systematic change to the way that United play. You've already written the season off and you've already said United cannot contend, not even win. He was asked if they can contend for the title, and he said they can't contend for that. Now, Manchester United won, Burnley won. Arguably, for me, you lot might say that I'm reaching, but really and truly, I don't know what officiating is for Manchester United anymore, because something happens against Manchester United and is given, and then something happens in Man United's favor and it's not given, even though like that penalty shout today was exactly the same thing as the FA Cup semi-final that was given against United. Same thing. It was the same thing, but it was not given. I don't want to dwell on it too much. Of course, I want to break down, talk about the game. I want to hear everybody's thoughts because, like, as always, I'm just seeing mixed opinions everywhere. Is this on the manager? No, but why is Eriksen playing? No disrespect to Eriksen, I think he's a good player, but let's all admit that Eriksen has lost his legs. He does not have his legs anymore. McTominay coming off. Even the style of play from playing out from the back using the goalkeeper, long balls, for me that don't make sense. And I was looking after the game, I was looking at a heat map of the distribution for Andre Onana, and it just does not make sense. We should have just kept David De Gea in that case. We should have, if we were just going to be long ball FC, we should have kept David De Gea. Honestly, guys, you lot might not agree with me on that, but I don't see what difference it has been having Onana and De Gea, because I was told 50, 60 million, you're getting a passing keeper. You're getting the distribution. And I'm seeing against a team fighting relegation, long balls to players that cannot win aerial duels. And this makes so much sense because I've realized this about Erik ten Hag's system in particular, especially the system right now, is that it depends. United under Erik ten Hag press, not to defend. They press to attack, to nick the ball off the opponent. And when we play long balls, it's not to win the ball in the first 50-50. It's to win the second chances and to hit on the counter. That is not sustainable. That is not sufficient. You cannot play balls out from the back with a goalkeeper, long balls out to Højlund, to Anthony, to Garnacho when they're not winning the battles. And then they ain't going to win their second battle either. So why are we doing that? Why, please, someone explain to me, Why are we doing that? We're gonna get into it. I got Casemiro. You lot laughed at me a couple of weeks ago. I said Kenyan league's waiting for him. He's done. He is finished. Khalas, over, finito. I don't even know how many other languages I can say it in. I said it in my language. I said it in Arabic. I said finito. What language is that? I don't even know. I said it in English. Casemiro is done. He is done. He is finished. Finished completely. And that takes away none of his accolades that he's won in his career. That takes away nothing from what he's achieved in his career. But let's accept that he is done playing at a level that we need him to. He cannot. It can't be. And you know what? And not that penalty in particular that United gave away. Onana did the same thing against Wolves, first game of the season. Do you lot remember? First game of the season, Onana did the same thing in extra. It was like the last couple minutes of the game. United caught life because the ref didn't even look at VAR, didn't even look at it. But today, karma came back for United because that was just poor. And another time that United conceded a goal in less than 10 minutes after scoring, after taking the lead. Again. Do you know how many times United has done that this season? I've lost count. Look at this. One of my siblings brought me food because I was at my mom's house and she's messaging me now saying, "Where are you? I brought you food. I'm coming soon. Don't worry, I'm coming back for my food, man. Don't worry, and I'll bring you back your whip as well. Sorry for taking that as well." But honestly, guys, I'm irate. I'm annoyed. I'm irritated. I cannot fathom how this is acceptable and this is okay and there's excuses for it. There is no excuses for it. Let's accept. We've accepted a long time ago that these players are not cut for it. But let's also accept that the system is failing the players. A system is there to bring out the best of your players. If you are not bringing out the best of your players in a system, the system is failing the players. Let's get that clear. Because so often and so much do I see that when United score, it's Ten Hag. I don't know how Anthony's goal was somehow linked to, the system that Erik Ten Hag is playing. I don't know how. Guys, no disrespect. And I can say this is Burnley, right? But they put up a dogfight against us twice. They put up a dogfight against Manchester United twice this season. Twice. Sheffield United have just been announced that they are officially relegated from the Premier League. I mean, no surprise on that. But they are the same team that took us to the dryers twice this season and we had to literally fight to get past them. Anyways, let's get into it because I can't fathom, guys. I don't know, man. It's not going to get any better. I've accepted that. I've accepted it's not getting any better. The only way it gets better is once the season ends. Stats. This is the stats from the game, guys. In my eyes, this is pretty much a 50-50 game. Statistically, it might not be 50% each, but watching the game, definitely throughout the game, I felt like Burnley could have equaled anything that United may have done. And they did. Whether or not people agree that that's a penalty, or whether or not people feel like United should have had a penalty, there is no reason why Aaron Wan-Bissaka deals with the ball and Casemiro heads it back towards danger. There's no reason to do that. There is no reason to do that. I'm sorry. And I don't believe that he was clearing the, like, I'm just not buying it. That is that's a rookie header. And Casemiro's no rookie. I'm sorry. But if there's players that should not have errors in their locker, it should be the seasoned professionals. The Casemiros, the Varans, the Champions League winners, multiple titles. It should be them. They should be the people that should have no error in their locker. Wallahi, I'm not even being harsh. Casemiro should have a faultless game in, game out. Because of his accolades, because of his experience, because of his achievements. But now I've seen him twice in the last 3 games throw shit away for Manchester United. First in the penalty shootout against Coventry. Second now, today. Second one today. I'm done with it. I would even, wallahi, put Onana at centre-back at this rate. Put Onana at centre-back, honestly. But statistically, looking at the game, one thing that stood out to me the most Like, one thing that stood out to me the most throughout the game is the passes in the final third and the pass and the touches, because Burnley equally got into United's final third as much as United got into theirs. It was pretty much equal, maybe not too far off. Bruno Fernandes could have had an assist or two. Like, it's crazy that I'm saying this, but players are letting Bruno down. Garnacho could have had a goal or two. Anthony should have had a goal or two. I personally, I don't know why Anthony started. Then Ahmad came on at later into the second half as a false nine for Højlund. It didn't make any sense. It did not make any sense to me. Højlund, I've accepted it. He's not a starting nine, and if he is a starting nine, it's in the smaller games. We need a shooter, a booter up front. We need someone that is literally gonna gun people down. Saeed, I'll send you the link now. I'll send you the link. I'll send it to you on WhatsApp. I am honestly, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Let me try to send him this link. Give me a second, guys. I want to hear your thoughts. Someone asked in the chat if it's a call-in show. It's not a call-in show, but of course, if you have any comments, questions, that you can put it up. You can put it in the comment section, and I will send and I will pin it on the screen as well. Guys, I haven't slept. I've slept like 4 hours like last night. I've been out running errands since this morning, just doing stuff, and I came back, watched the game, and I'm just tired. Physically, I'm tired, but I'm tired of this team as well. That's the only way that I can describe it. I don't understand. For me personally, the error for me is coming from, how is this not on Erik ten Hag in any capacity? That's what I don't understand. How is it on Erik ten Hag and not the players are to blame completely? I don't think so. I don't think the players are to blame completely, and that's why I said I think it's a bit naive to say that, oh, it's only on the players, and we can see that these players are not capable of doing X, Y, Z. I think it's quite honestly, I think that's a naive statement to make. Zaim Yassi here inevitably with his mum's bank card in super chats, all of that nonsense, says we will beat Spurs to stop City. Good luck to that, because when you lot bottle it, I will be there. When Arsenal inevitably throw the league away, I will be there. Oh, let me just set this up, and then we are good to go. But let me hear your thoughts, guys, on the game. As always, I want to hear what you have to say. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. Where do I even start? This is where I start. I think this is actually the best place for me to start from, seeing as I already touched on it earlier. 3 of these players here for me. Anthony scored. He got a goal today. I don't know how Anthony started. Casemiro, another player that I've critiqued. Onana could have, without Onana, despite the penalty he gave away, it probably could have been worse. But when I look at Onana's flaws, I realize his flaws come when we are not playing to his strengths. And that is applicable to pretty much everybody at Manchester United right now. That is pretty much applicable to everyone at Manchester United. Because let's be honest, players might be incapable of doing particular stuff. There might be players that are incapable of doing particular stuff. But you cannot tell me that Manchester United on paper today, despite all of the injuries, our B team, our C team should be better than Burnley. Our most inexperienced team should be able to battle it out with Burnley. Should go toe-to-toe. Our most experienced team should play them off the park. They should be able to do that. Eriksen, for me, is just a player who's playing when he doesn't need to be. He shouldn't be. He should be coming on and changing the tempo of the game when United are trying to dictate from the middle, and when there's less legs in the opponent. But instead, we're playing him throughout the game from the beginning. Of course, he's going to lose his legs by halftime. Of course he is. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. Anthony celebrated that goal. Can I just say, 1 goal in nearly 40-something Premier League games. I don't care who the hell you are. I don't care who you are. That is not good enough. 1 goal in 40-something Premier League games. He nearly went the entire season without a goal. And today, what a goal to get, because if it wasn't for him, United would have lost 1-0, by the way. United would have lost 1-0. So it's a good goal. I don't know what that celebration was about. But Anthony, you cannot tell me is a better option than Amad Diallo. You can't tell me that. Throughout this whole, by the way, argument about Marcus Rashford, you cannot tell me, even if Marcus Rashford is fit and available, that Anthony is better than him. I'm sorry. I am not buying it. I am not buying it, and I am never buying it. Because that is not the case. And we know that. We know that. It is not the case. Let's be honest with ourselves. And I understand that some people really want Erik ten Hag to work out. And I do too. I've been saying for the last since October, since September, I've been saying, please, Ten Hag, I believe you're gonna turn it around. And it's not gonna happen. We need to accept that this right now, we are just watching the days go by to D-Day. Is that what they call it? Do they call it D-Day when you know what's gonna happen? You know what's coming your way. D-Day. That's what we're waiting on. That's what we're waiting on. Because there is no way United played this season the likes of Luton, the likes of Burnley, the likes of Sheffield United, the likes of Coventry, Newport County, Wigan, Bournemouth, Nottingham Forest. And I couldn't tell you one standout performance from all of them. I couldn't tell you one dominating performance from all of them. I couldn't tell you that. And I'm naming you guys lower, not even, I'm not saying mid-table. These ain't mid-table teams. They're not top half teams. They're not even at the bottom half of the table. They are to the lower part. They're the lower part of the bottom table. That's the teams I'm naming. Everton, scraped past Everton with 2 penalties at Old Trafford. Sheffield United just about beat them away in February. Burnley, Luton, beat them 1-0. Forest, we lost to them early in the season. Newport County, we let them score 2 on us. Coventry, we let them come back in a semi-final of an FA Cup game and took us not only to penalty, they took us to 120 minutes and penalties. You can't tell me that is Erik ten Hag trying to get something out of his system. That's not a system, guys. That is not a system. I can't fathom that. These players, whether they are crap, they are good enough to play top flight football in the top part of the table. I can absolutely believe that. Like, there's some of the players I think are good enough to start, and some of these players I think they are good enough to be role players. But then when your own signings are failing you, you cannot tell me that there's not something wrong. I'm not kidding, guys. Erik ten Hag set the tone in yesterday's press conference when he said that this team will not challenge for or contend for a title next year. That is loser mentality. Before the season has even started, you're accepting fate, or what your fate is. You're accepting it. You are showing. I would love a manager like when he came into United, and maybe he's lost his confidence. When Erik ten Hag came into United, what did he say? All errors have to come to an end. That's what he said. All errors have to come to an end. His error might come to an end before those other errors that he was talking about comes to an end. He has accepted. He said, I want to make United the best transitional team in the world. 2 years into his project, going into his 3rd season, Erik ten Hag is saying this team they can't contend. That is saying that you don't believe in your players. That is accepting your fate, A, and B, showing that you don't believe in what you have. I would prefer, I'm being honest, guys, I don't want a manager who's delusional. But if Erik ten Hag has said, if we get the right pieces in the summer, we will try and contend for a title. Doesn't mean we have to win it, but he could say we will try and compete. He said verbatim, verbatim. He said, When everyone is available, we're competing for top 4. We can come closer if we make a good transfer window, and we also have to strengthen in key positions and depth in the squad. Erik ten Hag has accepted that top 4 is the best that he will get out of the players that he has available. I think that's what he's saying here. He's accepted that from what he has available, he top 4. This is like when Mourinho. Are you telling me you guys are not seeing in Ten Hag what we were seeing in Mourinho before Mourinho left? Am I the only person that's delusional to think that? And when I'm talking about that, I'm talking about the press conferences and the comments and all of this kind of stuff. Jose Mourinho said that finishing second was his greatest achievement in his career with that Manchester United squad. And we said this man is nuts. We said this guy is unhinged. We said this guy is delusional. He accepted his fate. He accepted he can't get anything better out of these players. And Erik ten Hag too has accepted that. And that's why I always say scrap everything. Scrap it all. Scrap it all. From the players to the manager to the coaching staff, the medical staff, everyone. Only Kathy's job is safe. Shout out to Kathy, Carrington legend. Only her job is safe at Carrington. Scrap everything. When it comes to the coaching staff, the medical team, the players, whoever has to go has to go. Because this is loser mentality. This is loser mentality. You would never see. Did Arteta say this? And you know why I'm bringing up Arteta? Because people that are pro Ten Hag, I'm going to say pro because it's a bit cultish sometimes. People who are pro Ten Hag has accepted, or their favorite argument is always, if Arteta did 8th twice in a row and he did this and he did that, Ten Hag's not Arteta. Yeah? Dare I say it, the pressure is worse at Man United than Arsenal. And people might not agree with me on that. But if Ten Hag was at Arsenal, I mean, half the fan base was turned on Arteta at that point. Yeah? But the patience, I think, with the senior level of the senior members of Manchester United, the patience is probably a lot less than what it would be if you were at Arsenal. Because Arsenal were going through what United were going through, I would say probably under Van Gaal. It was a manager of a certain number of years had left. They had one manager after that, didn't really work out. The second manager, they put all their eggs in that basket and it had to work out. So they were willing to ride that wave, 8th, and then progression and invest and let him wean everything out and all of that sort of stuff. Manchester United are on their 5th manager since Sir Alex Ferguson retired. I'm sorry, but there is no time and there is no patience. And this is why I clash a lot with, especially like some of the people at United View. We disagree on some parts. United are not in a place to be having rebuilds after rebuilds after rebuilds because United have been bad for a decade. United needs someone to come in and win immediately. I think you lot might disagree with me, and let me know if you do. Do let me know if you disagree with me. I think whoever comes in at United, the bar has to be you need to win straight away. You need to win an FA Cup. You need to win Europa League, whatever. You need to win something. And in 2 years, if you ain't won something, dip. Because the idea of a rebuild, 6 managers in, 7 managers in, 8 managers in, that is painting over big cracks. And also painting over big cracks is today's game. Today's game has paid. Oh shit! Sorry, I missed your super chat. It says Erik ten Hag will get sacked, rightly so. But I feel tired watching these players not doing the basic rights. Casemiro, Rashi, McTominay, Anthony needs to go now. How's Rashford catching a stray? How is Marcus Rashford catching a stray? He still gets mentioned, regardless. Like Marcus Rashford will always get mentioned regardless, despite the fact he didn't play today, despite the fact that he wasn't even on the bench today, he will still get a mention, which I never understand. Can you do a phone-in show, Mina? I will do one tomorrow. I was meant to do one on Thursday, but I didn't. Inshallah, I will do one tomorrow. Or yeah, it has to be tomorrow because Monday I got the full view. Tuesday, Wednesday is Champions League. So tomorrow after the derby, the men's derby and all of that stuff, maybe like 6-7 p.m. UK time, I will do a call-in show and members can call in as well. Arteta's situation and Eric Ten Hag's completely different, not even comparable, just another lazy narrative. So last year he got third. This season with a full squad, which includes new signings on top of last season, will get only top 4 max. And that's why I said it's loser mentality. Because you're saying that you got top 3 last year, but next year your best is top 4 that you could probably get, because even though you're going to have another transfer window and you're going to spend another 200 million, bringing your total to 600 million. Again, I don't want to pocket watch, because at the end of the day, that's the club's money, but you can't spend that much money and say top 4. 3 years into your project and you spent, hypothetically, say United spend 200 million this year, this summer transfer window. You can't spend over 600 million and say top 4 is, you can't, you're spending 600 million and getting top 4. That's disgraceful. That's disgraceful. That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing to spend 600 million. Listen, Newcastle. I said Newcastle would be breathing down our necks. I said this months ago. I said when we were having the talk about, oh, United top 4, all of that kind of stuff, I said, forget top 4, think of top 6. Newcastle are going to be onto us. What did they do today? Who did they beat today? Sheffield United. 5-1. They beat Sheffield United 5-1. The same team that we scraped past in February, and the same team midweek we had a better performance against them, I'll be honest. And where are they now? 1 point behind Manchester United. Who do we play in 2 weeks' time? Newcastle. We play Newcastle in 2 weeks' time. And I said United's top 6 position will depend on that fixture against Newcastle. For me, it's loser mentality. It's loser mentality from the players, from the manager. I feel like today the only player that can really lift their head up. Who do you lot feel actually could lift their head up today? We've got Saeed here. Let me just quickly fix this. Big up to Saeed. Coming through on a
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. I think the chat can hear you too.
I'm still.
What are you saying, man? Listen, chat to me about this game. Chat to me about today's game.
Listen, we tried to rob a bank again. Mina, we tried to rob the bank again, man. This is what we do, and people are moaning about penalties, man. Look how far we've fallen, man. We're talking about penalties.
But it's true though, because the level of officiating against Man United, when it's something against them and versus something for them, it's not consistent.
No, I hear it. The penalty one, I think, is too close to the player. If I'm being honest with you,
I watched it back. For me, yeah, it looked like a pen. It looked similar to the Wan-Bissaka thing. I can't.
The Garnacho one, I'm not gonna lie to you. I did see the clip, but the problem is, Garnacho was falling around a lot today, diving around. So I think the manager, the referee, just probably thought, he's dived again. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just tired. I'm just tired, Mino. I really, really am tired of this team.
What do you do? I've been having this debate. One of my cousins is a big United fan, and we've been arguing about, is the system failing the players, or are the players failing the system?
Both. But I think it's both. I'm not going to come in here and categorically say, the players are not to blame. I think the players are. I'd sell 80% of them, Mino. But the problem is, though, you can't sell 80%. Yeah, it's not realistic. You can't. It's not feasibly possible. But my thing is that the manager takes off Kobe Mino for some weird reason.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was thinking there. He takes him off. Hoyland, I can agree with. He wasn't doing anything. Hoyland was passenger today. I don't know why he was
for the last couple months.
Yeah, he's passenger. He had an opportunity to go through on goal, and then I don't know what he was trying to do. But ultimately, Burnley deserved a point at least, Mino. Nobody can argue with that. Is anybody in your chat saying that we deserve 3 points, by the way? Is anybody said anything?
No, I haven't seen anyone saying that. But if you do feel like United did deserve 3 points, let me know in the chat.
Yeah, because I'll be real with you. We did not deserve anything from that game other than a point, possibly. Yeah, we had some chances, but they had chances. This is why, for me, I'm not having a go at Onana today. I know he had a bit of a muddle up with Casemiro and whatnot. I'm not having a go at Onana. I think he saved us today.
It could have been worse.
He saved us.
Scoreline could have been worse, I think.
It could have been worse without Onana. I don't know how anybody's backing this manager.
I feel like I've said this ages ago. Ten Hag's time is just, we're just watching it they die out.
Yeah,
game by game.
that's true. That's
But
true.
I'm hoping that some of these players is the same energy. But also, I don't know if you saw Ten Hag's comments before the game yesterday. It was the embargoed part of the press conference.
Yeah, I know.
About next season.
Next season, we're not going to make it top 4 next season, Mina. We're not making top 4.
No, but he said next season, if they have a good transfer window, best they can probably achieve is top 4. Do you think that's already kind of accepting your fate? You're accepting that United is shit, and I think he's saying these players, I can't get anything better than out of them.
But you've bought half of them in, or you've accepted half of them. One or the other. You've accepted certain players to be playing, so you've kind of enabled it. So it's either you're an enabler, or like I said, you've got Amrabat on the bench. That was your guy. I know Anthony scored a goal today, but half of the game was shit. You've got players that can change the way you want to play. So at the same time, I don't like this narrative about, and today, even more so, the program notes, Andy, big up Andy, he sent me the program notes. And apparently he's talking waffle in the program notes as well. And I was like, damn, even on the program notes.
I think he knows what's coming his way. I think he knows what's coming his way.
But the thing is, though, I'm just like, today, I didn't even go to the game minute. I didn't,
I saw you doing a stream. I was thinking, wait, hold on, we're playing at home.
Yeah.
Why is he not?
I can't be bothered. I'm honestly, Minna, I cannot be bothered to go to Old Trafford. Old Trafford is only 10-minute drive or a 40-minute walk.
40 minutes is a long walk. I'm not gonna lie.
But the thing is, though, it's not bad when you kind of like you go with friends and you kind of walking in. I seen Nuruddin the other day for Sheffield United. Yeah, I went past his house because that's the way to go to Old Trafford, right? And I said, "Where are you going, Nuruddin?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm going to a friend's play." He said, "I'm going to a friend's play." I said, "Wow, that's mad. People are missing the United game." Today I said to myself, "Why am I going to the game? Like, it's Burnley at home. Yeah, you have to be a loyal fan and you have to be like, I'm in a privileged position. We're in a privileged position where we can attend games, right? But I don't even feel like it's an honor to watch United now. It's not a privilege."
That is sad as a match going fan, especially like just a lot of fans in general, feeling disconnected from the team. And that's why I say, like, even with Rashford, he didn't play today, but fans feel disconnected from him. Getting booed at Wembley.
Oh, today apparently there was big boos. Did you hear it?
There was boos. I heard the boos when
Hoyland
came off and Hoyland came off, I think it was.
Yeah.
When
it's been like that all season though. So when people say,
but Maino wasn't being booed. Maino was being cheered when he was coming off. I don't know who they were booing. I don't know if they were booing.
It was definitely decision. It was definitely decision.
Yeah, I thought maybe they're booing. I didn't think they were booing the particular players. I thought maybe they're booing specifically the changes. Because what I don't understand is you take Hoyland off, you bring on Ahmad. Ahmad should have been starting. Ahmad, I don't know what he has to do anymore to start. Anthony scored today, and without his goal, it would have been a loss.
Yeah.
But that's one goal.
It was a gifted goal, though. It was a gifted goal.
It's one goal in 40-something Premier League games, which is not good enough. That is not United standard. That's not Premier League. So forget even United standard. That's not even Premier League. Wallahi, if you were a winger, say QPR came up from Championship to Premier League. If Elias Sher had one goal in the Premier League across 40-something games, his fans would be like, what the hell is going on?
Wow.
Honestly, they would be like, what the hell is going on? But with Anthony, he's been given so much chances. I don't understand why Ahmad doesn't get those chances. And even when Ahmad does get the chance, you bring him on, play him false nine, long balls up top.
False nine, yeah, exactly. What's that all about? McTominay, by the way, is McTominay injured? Did he get injured or is he okay?
I think he got injured. Fabrizio was saying he's injured. So that's another injury problem for
Did he come off or was he okay?
I don't know. I saw Fabrizio tweeting after the game saying that McTominay might be injured. But
flipping. Now let me find out now. I think he did his knee, I think he did his knee.
But he was injured even against Coventry when he came off. Eric Ten Hag said in the pre-match press conference for this game, he was saying, McTominay has a knock, and he might not play. Coming into this game, he was on the list of players who shouldn't play. Big up to Amnor says, Saeed, please show same anger to players as to the manager. Saeed been going at the manager for a hot minute now. He's been going in for you've been going in on Ten Hag for a long time. Where you think United's finishing? Newcastle breathing down our necks.
Newcastle, by the way, they won today 5-1.
5-1.
We struggled to beat Sheffield, by the way. Just struggled. We got over the line the last 10 minutes. Bruno
West
won the
Ham
strike.
ain't too far off, by the way, from United. Can I just say that? They're only like 4
We're
or 5
not. Listen, did Crystal Palace lose today, by the way? Did they lose today?
No, they equalised last minute. They equalised last minute against Fulham.
Was that Eze? Who was that?
Nah, I think it was Schlupp. It was Schlupp.
Schlupp. Wow, so they're coming into this confident. We are now 6th in the league. We're 1 point behind Newcastle. We are 4 points behind. Yo, listen, I generally we are bad. Mino.
Do you think this is the worst performance post Alex Ferguson?
Nah, I think I've seen worse. I've seen worse than this. You know what it is though? It just feels like because it's continuous, Mino. Because we keep seeing it week after week, it becomes like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you're just getting used to it. It becomes a norm, Mino.
But that's the thing, that shouldn't be a norm. When United go up in a game, it should not be normal for us to expect United to concede.
Yeah, but that's how we feel.
I expected it today. I didn't expect United to hold on to a lead. I did not expect that.
No, but I said, we're robbing this win now. We've robbed the win. We've scammed the win, yeah. And it's like, it's difficult to analyze, difficult to praise. We want to come after games here, Mino. I'll be like, yo, shout out to the players, man. Yo, we bossed it today. Good couple of goals.
But even if that happens, people will be like, but it's just Burnley. But for me, I'll take it. Sheffield United, I was happy with the performance against Sheffield United. Yeah. I don't care if you're a relegation battling team. United should be coming out and dominating against those teams. But we've accepted this season that we come out against lower table teams and we fight them toe to toe for 1 point. This is 2 wins in 9 Premier League games?
2 wins in 9 Premier League games.
2 in 9.
That is
sackable. And those 2 wins came against Everton and Sheffield.
Yeah. And Sheffield.
Do you know how ridiculous that sounds?
Oh my days.
Do you know how ridiculous? Like, I really don't think people are deep in how bad it is. Draws and losses. I think it's 4 draws, 3 losses. Even the 3 losses doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. The loss against, for example, against Chelsea, against the draw against Brentford, the draw against Liverpool. These were all games that United were leading, and this has been the common theme this season. Yep. And you can say to me it's fragile mentality. You can say to me the players are the root cause of it, but I do think that the manager has some blame. I definitely think that.
But you know what it is though? What's he saying here? What's he saying here now?
Big up to show says lots of fans can't understand that a manager can still fail under a poor structure.
Yeah, exactly.
There should always be a minimum threshold, no bar anymore. I was just speaking about it earlier because I was saying that it seems like the bar for this process is, but Arteta went through this. Big up to Marcel. I saw Marcel. I was watching United View.
I want to see what his fan cam today is. Listen, I want to see what he says.
You don't know Marcel's my guy, yeah, no matter what his opinion is. But he said Klopp inherited a team of proven Premier League players. Klopp literally revamped that Liverpool team.
He said what? Inherited what? Lallana and them, man.
He said Klopp inherited a team of Premier League proven players.
Who like? He
didn't name anyone. He just said that. But I was thinking by the time Klopp went on to win the Premier League, majority of his team was players that were brought in under his regime. That was his players. And that just shows the difference in recruitment styles. Even if you're talking about Arteta has most of the transfers Arteta has brought in has proven to work. I couldn't tell you one transfer that has worked under Erik ten Hag, and that is me being very honest. And
you know what's mad? Lisandro really, on the whole, hasn't worked out because he's injured.
It hasn't. I was talking about this yesterday. I was saying Lisandro Martinez, he was a guy who missed about, I think it was like 13 games across 3 years before he came to United. He's missed over 60 games. He's missed over 60 games at United with different, it's not reoccurring injuries. These are different injuries.
Different injuries, yeah.
Calf injury, a metatarsal injury, this injury, that hamstring injury. These are different injuries that he's conceding every single time. So that is a problem itself. That is a huge problem itself. I do want to see what Erik ten Hag said post-match, because He's always got some stuff to say. Big up to Joshua says, Ten Hag said, it's unfair to compare this Man United team with the ones of the past, but even Man United team of 04-05, they didn't play that great football. They were building.
My God. No, that's not real
It takes time.
comments.
I have to see, I do this all the time on stream after a game. I read the comments out from the manager because I have to, I want to hear it. He said, from the performance, the team did very well, but Burnley are playing very high intense football. He said a lot of the decisions went against Manchester United and it feels inconsistent. He said, we are disappointed, and if you are controlling and dominating the game, then giving it away
It's actually true.
is frustrating. He went on to say, we have to look in the mirror. We made a mistake, but we take responsibility, and they should understand what it means to play for the team and for the manager. When he says that, do you think he's alluding to the fact that players aren't playing for the manager? Is that what he's saying?
Oh, my days, man.
Big up to Wajid, because Wajid says it here in the chat. He said 7 of the 11 players that started today, he's either brought or he's brought through the academy, and the manager is saying we're only good for top 4. Aminor goes on to say, Saeed, what's your preferred formation and style of play? I can't believe he said
4-3-3. 4-3-3.
I'm sorry, but I'm still shocked about his comparison to the 04-05 team. That is what I'm shocked about. This is the same manager, by the way, who came out after the Coventry game and said, in a decade, United only reached 3 finals, and I've done it twice in 2 years. Clearly, if he's bringing up things from previous
he's actually
teams,
bringing up Fergie, you know. He's basically saying about that team.
That's 20 years ago.
But the thing is that we had that team that had young Rooney and Ronaldo, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we just come off the season with the Invincibles. I think they won the Invincibles in 2003-04.
Yeah.
This is a Jose Mourinho team that was a special team that had only conceded, I think, 15 goals the whole season. That had a brilliant defense. Jose Mourinho, respectfully, in his prime. Yeah? Alex Ferguson was building, but not that sort of build that you're doing right now. How are you trying to compare flipping transitions and team transitions? Are you taking a piss? Now, I told you, Miss Ten Hag is the biggest gaslighter I've ever seen. He is, honestly, he will gaslight you anything. Yo, you know what? I couldn't do this because I had to do, you know, he'll make it look like, yo, he's a madman. He's an absolute madman. He went
on to say, Manchester United, we are one of the most dynamic and entertaining teams in the league at this moment. We are creating loads of chances by playing good football.
Oh,
I would love to see what he sees. He then was asked, shout out to Car Anchor at The Athletic, because he always comes through with the post-match comments. He said that he asked about the subs during the game, and Ten Hag explained that he wanted to bring on some fresh legs in the midfield, as it was a very high and intense game. And he said he took off Højlund and Maino because of their injury history, and he wants to protect them. I don't believe that.
I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that at all. He's a liar. That's why I don't want to believe anything he says, man.
I don't believe it.
But what injury record? Kobe Minor, what injury record? I don't get it. He's had one injury.
Kobe has not gotten injured since 6 months ago when he came back. Or 6-ish months ago when he came back.
The Højlund one, you played him 90 minutes the other day. So why were you worried about that one?
He's been playing. Højlund has predominantly been playing 90 minutes throughout.
He played 90 minutes against Sheffield.
Yeah,
so what's the difference now?
Even before Sheffield, he's been playing 90 minutes throughout the season. He's been playing 90 minutes. I think Erik Ten Hag right now is in a position where he knows where his fate lies. And every game for him is just another day at work.
Minna, how dare we think that, you know, we're expecting 6 out of 6 against Burnley and Sheffield. How dare we?
That's crazy. I sat on, I think it was what stream. I said Palace, Sheffield, Burnley has to be 9 points out of 9, because after that it's Newcastle,
Arsenal, dare we?
Brighton. I don't know what we're getting from Newcastle, Arsenal, Brighton. So if we get 9 out of 9 in the first 3 out of the 6 games, you know, we'll see what happens in the last 3 games of the season. But since then, since I went to Old Trafford to watch Everton, United have only won once since then.
How dare we?
And
the Everton game, we scammed the win as well.
It's not how dare we though, because United this game today, on paper, on a technical level, whether or not people think these players, the players are part of the issue, and they are better than Burnley. United could have fielded a team of, I would say, your B and C team with maybe a Bruno in the team, and they should be able to breeze past Burnley. No disrespect to Burnley, but these are teams who have been struggling throughout the season. They are fighting for their life right now. Burnley are fighting for their life.
2 wins. Sorry to cut you off. 2 wins, 4 draws, 3 defeats in the last 9 games with 17 goals conceded. 17 in 9 games.
In 9 games is a lot.
That's a lot. What's that, guys? In maths,
2 a game.
That's 2 a game.
On average, about 2 a game. That's about 2 a game.
Fuck, man.
Sheffield United don't even score at a rapid rate, and they put 2 past United. They've put 3 goals past United this season. This season they've put 3 past United.
Days.
It's definitely a cause for concern, 100%. I mean, at least on a bright note, goal difference is still positive. If there's anything to take from today,
I know.
Goal difference is still a positive.
I know.
So that's one thing. That's one thing that we can take away. Big up to Sefa with the super chat. Says, big up Saeed. Could you unhide me in your chat, bro? Why do you keep hiding?
I don't know. It's my mods, innit? It's my mods. Let me
your
check
mods
it.
Are literally
they're lethal. They're lethal.
If I say one bad thing, I think they would probably hide me if I wasn't a mod myself.
Swear down.
If you don't want to be unhidden from Saeed's channel, send him an email with your URL to your channel so he can unhide you. I think that's the only way he can do it.
Let me check on your channel now. Where is it?
Yeah, so if you don't want to be unhidden, because I know there's a few people in my chat who have said that they are hidden by you. So look,
I get emails.
People saying please unhide.
MA, is it?
No, it's Sefa. Sefa said he's been hidden. MA has been hidden. United
Where's
FC.
That super chat one.
Yeah, United FC has been hidden as well.
United FC.
It's quite a few of you lot. Your mods are moving a bit wild.
Unhidden shit. Who else is the other one as well?
MA, someone called
MA. Yeah, I've done MA. Who else is that?
Sefa, SE.
Sefa, I've done that one, I think.
And then the last one is United FC and Show
United FC. Oh yeah, United FC. Okay. See, it's not me because I'm doing it right now. And what's the last one? Show.
Yeah, Show is the last one. Guys, if there's anyone, MA, you've been unhidden. If there's anyone that's been hidden on Saeed's channel, get in the chat right now. Let me know, because his mods are a bit ruthless. I see them hiding people all the time for something small, so I just unhide them because I'm like, that's a bit harsh.
Shit.
That's a bit harsh. Big up to Wajid, just did a madness, gifted 20 memberships in the chat.
Oi, big up Wajid, man.
Big up to Wajid. That is big. That is probably the highlight of my day, man.
W's in the chat. W's in the chat.
Big W.
Wajid, W's in the chat.
A lot of you lot got memberships. Let me see who got some.
People are saying who's the one that's on hiding people. Like, I need to find out because
it's your mods, bro. There's bare of your mods. Bare of your mods do it. I see it all the time.
How many mods do you have? Like, I think you have.
I don't have many. I got about 11 in total.
Yeah, I need to slow down with the mods. I've got too many.
Yeah, I've got I got 11.
Maybe I just need to have 3 or 4 mods.
No. It's good to have a lot because you need a lot of people, but it's just you got to tell people don't move brazy in it. You get a little bit of power and you start running with it.
Yeah.
Who else is it? If there's anyone else that's been hidden, let me know. Oh my days.
Did you like anything about the game today though?
I think Bruno was done.
Big up Sophia.
Some injustice. Let me just read this super chat, then I'm going to get to it. Big up to a show. Says, by the way, you say it's not worse than Moyes, but it comfortably is. Go look back at the 13-14 table and look at us currently.
We're not going to beat that scoreline. We're not going to beat that points target because I think we finished 64 points. Is it? We find out.
Let me double look. Let me double check.
Yeah, go check it because I don't think we're going to reach it.
64 points.
Yeah, we're on right now.
On 54. So we're 10 points off.
10 points. Are we getting 10 points?
4 games left of the season.
So what's that? 12.
Yeah, 12. 10 points out of 12 to beat Moyes'.
10. Are we getting that? I don't think we are.
And the goal difference was much better. 21 plus goal difference. That was a 21 under David Moyes. 21 goal difference. If United continue at this rate right now, if I was to go off the last 9-ish games, if United could end the season with a +1 or a +2
We might not even reach Ten Hag in Ragnick's right now. Ragnick's got more points than Ten Hag. Ragnick's got 56.
Nah, don't say that.
58.
58. You're saying what? You're saying 12 points. United only need 4 to match Ragnick, and they need 10 to match Moyes. You know how low the bar is right now because we're sitting here comparing it.
Ragnick. Listen, he's going to Bayern Munich job, by the way.
Yeah, Bayern. He's about to go to Bayern, which says a lot.
Apparently he doesn't even want it. Apparently he's not really keen on it, and he's still thinking about it.
I think he's committed to the Austria project. I think he said that.
He likes the Austria project a little bit better, to be honest with you.
And I get it, and I think also with the laid backness of international football in comparison to club football. Next 4 games, Palace. We got Palace away Monday Night Football.
Bro, listen, Elise, we're getting cooked. We are getting cooked in that game. I don't care what anybody says. Mateta, we are getting finished. We are getting Monday Night Football. Yeah, Monday Night Football. Get your share, get your tea, get your Arabic tea, mint tea, whatever you whatever you drink. We are going to get cooked. Palace 3-0. I'm predicting that, I'm predicting 3-1 Palace, 3-0 Palace. Yep.
The thing is, Monday Night Football. I hate Monday Night Football.
Yeah,
and I don't know why is it always Palace
I've got big
away?
6 straight after.
Why is it always Palace away for Monday Night Football?
You know what? It's on a bank holiday as well, by the way. Bank holiday.
It's literally bank holiday. It's my niece's birthday. It's her 18th birthday that day, and then I have to go watch United after that.
Yeah.
I'm
glad I didn't go today, man. One thing I'm glad about is I didn't go today. I'm glad.
Has there ever been a time where you felt like this? Has there ever been a time where you felt like this about going to United?
I said it. This is the lowest I felt as a fan. Listen, Moyes was tough, but this is because you know what it is? It's because I rated this manager before he came in. I rated him. I thought he was going to be a good manager. That's why I'm even more disappointed. Because I believed he would be a good manager.
When it was Poch versus Ten Hag, I think Ten Hag on paper looked like the better team. I think if Ten Hag had been at Ajax still, I think Liverpool might have took him.
Yeah.
I think he might have been in contention for that Klopp replacement. I really do think that. And I think on paper, out of him and Poch, if you're going off the data, football is a data-driven thing now, which actually the world is a data-driven thing. Statistics.
Shout out to Ed. What did he say
all of that
there?
kind of stuff. Ed says, Mina, I've been to a couple Palace games under Glasner. They're looking good out there, and it's only taken him 2 months to give them a style. What would you say?
And everyone's fit as well.
Let me ask you a question. This season, and this also goes out to everyone in the chat. What do you say is the biggest letdown? Has the letdown been the change from last season to this season?
Yes.
Is the letdown the lack of style that's evident in the way that
we've not evolved? We've regressed. We've not evolved.
Do you really feel that?
Regressed. Yeah, we've regressed. Yeah.
In what way? In what way?
Obviously, in points, in for me, at least last season, we were hard to beat, and we didn't have so many spaces in behind. Now, Burnley had about 4 or 5 situations where they were like 3v3 or 2v2 or their striker Forster. If it wasn't for Forster, they could have won that game. But Forster made some very, very bad decisions. They had a couple of, like I said to you, Onana made some good saves. Genuinely, man, Burnley got a point. And they're now thinking that's a good point that we never thought we were going to get. That's a point gained. It's not a 2 points drop for them. Because now, that's a point that they never thought they would get. So now, next game, they take it into... Because they could stay up, Burnley could stay up. Forest could go down.
That could be the 1 point that keeps them up.
Yes.
That point against United. Because right now, Burnley are 19th. But there's 1 point. There's 2 points between 17th and 19th right now. It's Forest 26, Luton 25, Burnley 24. They could stay up. At the end of the season, last day of the season, it could really go down to maybe 1 point.
Yeah.
It could go down to 1 point. For me, my biggest worry this season is Man United leaking goals in the way that they are. That's for me the biggest worry. And I think that is a result of the system and the style that the manager has implemented. Earlier in the stream, I was talking about how Andre Onana, majority of his passes, especially over the last couple of months, and today in particular, if I'm speaking about today's game, long balls.
Yep.
I would have kept De Gea. If we were going to be a long ball
I
goalkeeper,
know.
I
I
would have
know.
kept David De Gea in that case. David De Gea is still unemployed. He was, I think, was he doing training with like some lower league
Yeah,
team the other
I've
day
seen that. But
to
the way
stay
we
fit?
play, though, it's not as if it would have changed anything. Like, you know, he would have.
Having De Gea and having Onana would not make a difference.
Not make a difference. That's what I'm saying. That's why it doesn't
It
make
wouldn't make a difference.
sense.
And today's game, I saw a stat where majority
Oh
of his
my
passes were long
days.
balls.
Look at this. He's saying we are one of the most dynamic and entertaining teams in the league at the moment. We are creating lots of chances by playing good football.
That can't be real.
It is a real statement.
He also went on, big up to Ridwan. Adam Crafton said the 04-05 team also finished third, lost only 5 Premier League games and had a 32 plus goal difference and got through the group stage.
Thank you, Adam
So wouldn't be
Crafton.
pushing that comparison too hard. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I feel like context is important when you talk about a lot of what Erik ten Hag might say. You always have to look at the context of it because Erik ten Hag will make I would say a blank statement.
But is he making his excuses? It looks like he's drawing up excuses, yeah.
I think he's
he's
highlighting things from the past and saying,
But how's he
well,
highlighting the things in the past? If I'm a guy who's thinking about the problems before I've even got to, like, you know, he looks like a guy who's already written his excuses beforehand. Like last night, he's found out about Man United 05, and then basically said, you know what, I can use this when we draw or we lose a game.
But the argument can also be is that he's already made his excuse for next season.
Okay,
Erik ten Hag has already said next season I can't contend for the league. Top 4 is the best that I can do. The season hasn't even started, and for me, that could be demoralizing as a player for your manager to say next year we ain't doing shit in the league. Next year we won't be able to compete. I don't want the manager to come out and say United are going to win the league next year. I've said that over and over again. But I would like you to come out and say, you know what, we are going to try our best to contend. But the fact that you've already accepted fate or you've accepted defeat and you've already said, the best I can get is top 4. Ridwan mentioned it earlier in the chat. Last season, Erik ten Hag got third. So you're telling me that he thinks after another summer transfer window, he will regress from what his first season was and finish 4th or finish within that top 4th? It's bad. That is a poor mentality to have. So much we talk about mentality of the players. Why does no one talk about the mentality of the manager?
Yeah.
Why does
he's
no one
concussed? Word to Musa, he's concussed. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't go too far to say that. I wouldn't say he's concussed.
Nah, I'm being real, man. Word to Musa, he's concussed.
You know what? I think it's just I think Erik ten Hag is stubborn. I think he's accepted that the project is bigger than what he's bitten a lot more than what he can chew. I don't think he anticipated the situation to be like this. I don't think he anticipated the pressure to be like this. I mean, if Ineos didn't come in, I think he could have got away with the idea of this is a process. This is a process. But when Ineos and Sir Jim Ratcliffe came in, I knew from then, I thought they are going to strip everything top to bottom and they're going to rebuild completely everything. So inevitably, the manager's job will be on the line, especially when you're not performing well. Especially when you're not performing well, your job will be on the line. And I personally don't think Erik ten Hag anticipated that when he came to Manchester United. He didn't think 1 year into my job or a year and a half, there's going to be a new ownership that are going to come in and they're going to want to change everything. And
but that's also scary as well, because then he would have had more control, more waffling, and he would have probably got away with murder under the Glazers only. You know, they would have maybe not pulled the plug in because they didn't want to, you know, pay for the sacking.
I mean,
these guys have surely got to sack this man. He's not even bringing Champions League football for them, so they're losing money next year.
The worst thing is, forget Champions League football. United could be playing in Uzbekistan next year, and Azerbaijan, and all these random countries that I probably would have never heard of if it wasn't for football. No disrespect to anyone from Uzbekistan, because I saw bare people from Uzbekistan when I went to Umrah. By the way, when I went to Umrah, can I say, I've never seen anyone from Uzbekistan, but everybody in Mecca was from Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan. Like,
big Muslim community shit there. Yeah,
huge
of course.
Muslim community. But Conference League, Manchester United in the Conference League, that is ridiculous.
I know
that is ridiculous. Even that, if Ten Hag,
nobody's going to catch us for that Conference League, though. That's the thing. I don't think anybody's going to catch us for that.
I don't want to see any senior players playing in the Conference League. I don't want to see them.
This manager, he'll want to win that. He thinks I can win that. He'll be shamelessly saying nobody's won the Conference League in here.
You know what he'll say? If United win it, He'll be like, United are the first team to ever win the Champions League, Europa League, and the Conference League.
That's what he's gonna say.
I don't want to see United in the Conference League. Honestly, I don't want to. I don't want to see them in the Conference League. I'd rather see them just one game a week. And if we do finish in a Conference League position,
Marcel, 60-40 blame. He said.
I want to see what I need to see what Marcel did. He tweet after the game. I like to read Marcel's Twitter page. If you lot don't follow him, it's Marcel 11 or 10. His Twitter page is golden. It's golden. It's my favorite thing.
He said 60-40. He loves it, man. He loves.
But you know, Marcel loves numbers. I need to bring Marcel on him. He's been ducking me the last couple of weeks. Marcel's been ducking the last couple of weeks. I'm gonna try my best to get him on. But quickly, just man of the match of today's game.
Onana.
Yeah. I would.
Maguire in a sense. I think Maguire was good. I can't lie. Couple of last-ditch tackles and last-ditch blocks, but I'm gonna give it Onana because it could have been more without him. It
could have been way more. And next 4 games, 12 points. How many United get?
We lose to Crystal Palace. We lose to Arsenal. We draw to Brighton, and we draw to Newcastle. So 2 points. 2
points out of 12.
2 points out of 12, yeah.
Bumba clat. Yeah. Excuse my language, man. You guys heard it here first. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. Big up to everyone in the chat. Saeed, you're live, I think, later, right?
Yeah, I'm live in 25 minutes. 25 minutes.
Live. Saeed will be live. I'll redirect you lot to his channel as well, so you lot can go over there. And I'm sure he's got
an
emergency stream.
Emergency meeting. I'm live after that. Yeah.
Saeed and emergency meetings are like this season.
Yeah. We have to talk.
There's a lot to talk about, so make sure you.
We'll catch up on Monday if you're around,
Yeah, shout me, text me, inshallah. What's it called? Straight Jacket Podcast. Give me a shout.
Yeah. Me, Minamufc, and Nuruddin.
That sounds good. Big up to everyone. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. Big up to all the new members, those who sent in super chats and everything. I'll be back tomorrow as always, guys. Listen, life goes on, innit? You got a roof over your head. You got clothes on your back. You got heating on. You got food in your fridge. Don't let this team stress you guys out. You guys know what it is. Be sure to hit the like button. We're out. Peace.
Yeah, big up.